Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Large Tourou Lantern. This is going to be the 366007. So this is made to be an outdoor fixture, very rugged. We'll talk about how it's constructed later in the video, but it's beautiful enough that you could use this in all kinds of interior applications, like interior stairways. You could put it over kitchen islands. It'll light a room beautifully. If you're not sure if this is going to be the right size for what you're looking at for your project, you can always send us pictures of your project, images, email them over. We can use our powerful AI tools, take this fixture, place it in your project. It could be outside on your porch, it could be on over kitchen island. Send that back to you so you can see what it looks like. And it's a great way for you to see a rendering of something before you ever even think about buying it. It's a great opportunity for you. It doesn't cost you anything either. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 16.6 inches high before the chain, coming in at 10.25 inches square. It is only 7.6 pounds. It's very light. It's going to hang just from a standard 4-inch junction box. I want to show you more information about that, and how we're going to do it is to take a quick peek at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. It's going to show you it's going to be shipping with canopy kit that goes on your ceiling. It's 5¼ inches, goes over your 4-inch J-box. It's going to be also shipping with 1 foot of chain because technically this is an outdoor fixture. If you're going to be using this inside and you want to come down farther than that, it's going to ship with 11½ feet of wire anyway. You can always order more chain from us. So interior chain, that comes in 3-foot increments, and exterior chain comes in 1 foot increments. One's aluminum, one's steel. And how you take pieces on and off is with this. So this is a chain separating tool, which I picked up online, very easy. So chain has a little seam built into the side of it. You can barely even see it. It's right there. So this basically goes in like that, opens the chain up. You can put pieces on, take pieces off, make the chain as long as you want. And then later on you're going to use the middle part, squeeze it, and it's going to put the chain back together again. Make sure your installer has one of these. I picked that up on Amazon for less than 20 bucks. It does not leave marks on the chain. Very, very important. Glass is 7 inches wide, 13 inches tall, which is kind of important when you get into the kind of bulbs that you can put into this to make it as bright as possible. It's going to be using 1 porcelain socket facing down. Recommended bulb, just kind of off the bat, is going to be an A19. If you want to stick with an incandescent bulb, you can do that up to 100 watts, but I don't think you should because there's so many LEDs out there that are awesome, including these. So, then these are bigger too, to begin with. So if you want to stick with an A19, you can do that. I generally find those up to like a 75 watt equivalent LED. But if I want a lot of light out of this fixture, I'm going to jump up to something bigger. So A19, A21, those tend to be very, very big bulbs. Easy to fit in this glass without a problem. No problem getting them in there. And no problem finding them either, because I can find them at Home Depot or Lowe's or any of those kind of places. So these bulbs I can find up to 100 watt equivalent, 150 watt equivalent. I found these guys up to a 200 watt equivalent out in the marketplace. Find them on Amazon, Walmart, any of those kind of places, online and in stores with no problem. The light coming out of these bulbs is going to be offered to you in different types. Just remember that. We talk about it in all these videos. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow light like a setting sun. Way on the other side of that is going to be 4000 Kelvin. That's going to be like, it's called daylight, but it doesn't look like what you think daylight looks like. It looks like an overcast day, bluish white light, convenience store. In the middle of all that is going to be warm white, soft white, and that's what we like to use in our showroom, and that's 3000 Kelvin, and that's what we used on this table from these LEDs above. So if I'm using this outside on an outside porch or stairways or any of those places, I don't care about if it's going to be dimmable or not. No one ever dims those places. If I'm using this in an interior section, maybe over a kitchen island, maybe in a stairway, might be putting it on a screened porch, that's where I'm going to be buying a dimmable version of that bulb. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.